Welcome to all in our YouTube channel Being Engineer. Today we discuss electromagnetic theory, a revision class. इसका जो वेटेज है वो 4 to 5 मार्क्स रहता है जनरली गेट एग्जामिनेशन में, लेकिन गेट 2020 में जो वेटेज था वो 8 मार्क्स था। तो हमें ये देखना है कि हम किस तरह से इसमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा मार्क्स एक्वायर कर सकते हैं विद इन मिनिमम एफर्ट। तो उसके लिए आज हम ये क्लास कंडक्ट करेंगे। इन इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक थ्योरी, firstly we have to study what is Gauss law. Everybody is familiar with this law. According to the Gauss law, closed surface integral of electric flux density is equal to the charge enclosed inside the body. But there are several ways of defining the charge in terms of line charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. So what are the basic difference between these three density? आज हम सबसे पहले इसको देखते हैं, line charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. चार्ज जब भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा उसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन यूनिफॉर्म होगा, और यूनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चार्ज का तीन प्रकार से हो सकता है, लाइन में, सरफेस में और वॉल्यूम में. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस वी कैन classify line charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. As far as the line charge density is concerned, this is defined as charge per unit length, or I can say that differential charge per unit differential length, where limit is dl tends to 0. Why dl tends to 0? Because we are assuming that the charge is uniformly distributed over every minimum length particle inside the body. So this is dq by dt. If we are talking about surface charge density, limit ds tends to 0, this is called differential charge per unit differential surface area. And volume charge density, limit dv tends to 0, differential charge per unit differential volume. So here we can define line charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. And line integral of the line charge density, surface charge density का surface integral, and volume integral of the volume charge density, all will give you the charge and total charge. So I can write Q is nothing but line integral of the line charge density, or surface integral of the surface charge density, or volume integral of the volume charge density. All will give you the charge enclosed inside the body. So there are several ways. We can pick this last one, and why I can explain you later. Q is equals to integral rho v d. ये देने का कारण क्या है? क्योंकि हम differential form of the Gauss law से integral form of the Gauss law की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं, और integral form of the Gauss law तक पढ़ने के लिए we have to study the divergence theorem. We have to study the divergence theorem. And for that we need this volume charge density. According to the divergence theorem, any vector we can assume, and closed surface integral of any vector is nothing but the volume integral of the divergence of the same vector. So here the vector is nothing but electric flux density. So I can say that closed surface integral of electric flux density is equals to the volume integral of the divergence of the same electric flux density. So here I need volume integral, and that's why we are taking volume integral of the volume charge density is equated to charge. All the equations are correct, but we are taking this one for this particular derivation. So now we are using these two relations for deriving the point form of the Gauss law. So according to this, we can write d dot ds is equals to charge enclosed, and that is also equal to integral rho v dv. And according to the divergence theorem, we can write closed surface integral of electric flux density is equals to the volume integral of the divergence of the electric flux density. Now I can use these two relations, and with the help of this I can say del dot d is nothing but rho. a very important equation which is known as Maxwell equation of electrostatic, and simply we can say that divergence of electric flux density is equal to volume charge density. This is also called the point form of the Gauss law. Point form of Gauss law. और जैसा कि मैथ्स में भी हम पढ़ते हैं, यदि किसी वेक्टर का डायवर्जेंस 0 हो जाएगा then vector is said to be solenoidal. यदि किसी वेक्टर का कर्ल 0 हो जाएगा then vector is said to be irrotational. तो सिमिलरली यदि हमें सवाल इस तरह का दिया है कि वेक्टर d हमें दिया है, सपोज वेक्टर d is x y az y z ax plus zx ay plus xy az. Suppose this is the electric flux density which is given to us, and of course the unit is coulomb per meter square, because electric flux density, the unit of flux is as same as the unit of charge. Coulomb per meter square, sometimes microcoulomb per meter square, nanocoulomb per meter square, like this. If this is the electric flux density which is given to us, and we can take the divergence of this, definitely the divergence is 0. So del dot D is equals to 0. और del dot D यदि इसका 0 आ गया मतलब डाइवर्जेंस लेस हो गई, ये जो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स डेंसिटी है वो क्या हो गई? डाइवर्जेंस लेस. And when it is divergence less, the electric flux density is said to be solenoid, because divergence less हो गई मतलब del dot D 0 मतलब rho v भी 0. Okay? Now we can say that this particular field is divergence less or solenoid. Moving ahead, with the help of divergence theorem, we can talk about the Poisson equation. This del dot D is equals to rho v. A very important conclusion we want to derive from this equation. Del dot D is equals to rho v. और D क्या है हमारा? Electric flux density, which is also defined as epsilon into electric field intensity. Epsilon is what? Permittivity. We are not saying absolute or relative, it is permittivity, because permittivity itself the product of absolute permittivity and relative permittivity. Combined it is known as only permittivity. So D is equals to epsilon, I can substitute over here. Del dot epsilon E is equals to rho v, and from this I can write del dot E is equals to rho v upon epsilon. Now what is this? This is again Gauss law. This is again point form of the Gauss law. The only difference is this is in terms of electric flux density and this is in terms of electric field intensity. So del dot E is equals to rho v by epsilon. Now a very important relation regarding electric field, everybody knows this thing. Electric field is defined as the negative gradient of potential. Negative gradient of potential. तो वोल्टेज यदि हमारा बढ़ रहा है तो वोल्टेज का जो रेट ऑफ चेंज है वो हमें इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड देता है. अब इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की ये डेफिनेशन क्या है, यदि हम सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं तो हमें क्या मिल जाएगा? हम लिख सकते हैं del dot minus of del v is equals to rho v by epsilon, and from this I can derive del square v is equals to rho v by epsilon, and del square v is equals to minus of rho v by epsilon. This is nothing but Poisson's equation. This is called the Poisson's equation. Del square v is equals to minus rho v by epsilon. Del square is also one of the operators. Like del is the operator, this is known as the partial differential operator, and del square is second order partial differential operator. So del square v is equals to minus rho v by epsilon. Now, how can we ensure that every time the field is having certain charge? It is not necessary. Sometimes field is having charge, sometimes the region is charge free. So if the region is charge free, this rho v is equals to 0, and in that case del square v will be equal to 0, and this equation is a very famous equation which is known as Laplace equation. So from the fundamental we have to understand what is the difference between the Poisson equation and Laplace equation. ठीक है, जो MSQ है मल्टीपल सिलेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस, तो उसमें हमें ये पूछा जा सकता है एवरी Poisson equation is a Laplace equation or every Laplace equation is a Poisson equation. or every Poisson equation need not to be a Laplace equation, or every Laplace equation need not to be a Poisson equation. So how can we derive this? This Poisson equation is fundamental, and we have derived the Laplace equation from Poisson equation itself. So every Laplace equation is a Poisson equation. But every time the Poisson equation need not to be a Laplace, because the region is always charge free, that we can't ensure everything. So this is a very important relation. So few relations you have to understand, which we have derived right now. Del dot D is equals to rho V, then del dot E is equals to rho V by epsilon, then del square V is equals to minus rho V by epsilon, and del square V is equals to 0. ये चार इक्वेशन हमारे आज की क्लास में देखिए. तो ये देखिए, ये del dot E is equals to rho V, this is the point form of Gauss law. Del dot E is equals to rho V by epsilon, this is again point form of Gauss law. Del square V is equals to minus rho V by epsilon, this is Poisson equation, and del square V is equals to 0 is nothing but the Laplace equation. So with the help of Laplace equation, we can derive the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor, capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor, capacitance of a spherical capacitor, several kind of capacitances of several kind of capacitors we can derive with the help of this fundamental class.